Hello. Welcome to the Relationship Theory. And before we start, I would just love to say, please visit the link in the description box below to Patreon to support me. $5 donation a month. And I'm just going to continue spooling out content like this for free, by the way. I do not mind. This is my job. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate that. And with that, let's get into this episode. Why relaxing really does work. Let's jump right into it. The reason why relaxing works, guys, is because your body knows already what it's supposed to relax into. It's not up to your mind to decide what relaxing means. You're not supposed to interpret or decipher the word that you're using. That's when you're dealing with mystery and the unknown, which I said is nature and consciousness combined. They create the unknown. When you're saying relax, you're already stating something that's true. Your body knows what that is. And the reason why your body knows what that is because it knows who you are. You're always going to be dealing with an element of yourself that knows exactly who the real you is. This is why you receive certain random messages that inform you on what your life is supposed to be like. The reason why you respond to certain things and you just don't know why. Or the reason why you pay attention to certain things when no one else is looking is because the real you knows exactly what it's trying to listen to. It also understands that there's this duality of man from within. It knows that there's the dissenting other and the resistant other from within. It knows already, but don't you understand as well that the future you has already dealt with it? The future you already has dealt with the problem. That's why relaxing works, because the future you probably relaxed their way into their, I was going to say mess, but the mess isn't what it is actually. But for fun's sake, let's use the word. The future you relaxed into the mess that they're in. And the reason why we can call it a mess is because it's a tangle of the mind. You're not necessarily always in the clear when you're with yourself. You're never going to figure yourself out, even if you had people around you who knew you were who you were. I said this before, and it's in the book, You Are You as well. The 5 closest friends in your life will never be able to know who you truly are, even if they had prep time to do it. That's not to say that you will never know who you are. It does certainly mean, though, that there's enough in you to discover for a lifetime, for multiple lifetimes. So relax. You see how that works? So it's just that easy. Relax, because everything really is all just fine. It's not just some wishy-washy hocus pocus phrase, Alakazam. It's none of that magic stuff. Calm down. Nothing is as it seems, because the real you's looking directly at it, has already surpassed it, and is earnestly working its way backwards to reach the you it knows was always dissenting. Think about it. The one in the future knows that the one who's most resistant is the one who ought to most come. Why? Because they're probably the loudest person in the room. But why are they the loudest person in the room? Because they have the most to say. They're the most opinionated. They're the most alive. They're the most realistic. They're the most animated. They're the most faithful to who they believe they are in relation to you. The reflection that people use to believe in reality is why they are who they are. But don't you understand then that when you get comfortable with yourself, you automatically look at the world as if it was a reflection of you? Notwithstanding, everything that's outside of you that you can see as a reflection of you does not have to be deciphered. It's you working through all of the problems at once, Sherlock Holmes, that makes it difficult for you to figure out what is going on in your life. The reason why you don't know is because you're trying to figure it all out yourself. Relax. And I'm not saying that yourself can't figure it out. I'm saying that the future you is pulling the real you out of the idealized versions of you, the ones that you've created for yourself to work with other people, and the one that you think that everyone thinks they have of you. Those aren't reflections. Neither of them are reflections. They're not. And if they are, that's as good as a person can get to working with who they see themselves as. But hear me out. Get this part. This may come as a surprise to you. The future you can't be found in other people. So relax. Because that reflection you might be looking for in somebody else, you ain't gonna find it. The reason why you're not gonna find it is because you are not them. I say this in the phenomenon of manifestation. You are not them and they are not you. Okay? You might find in Instagram pages, as I have, that say that, oh, you are another me. Yes, because in my own internal world, I might find a version of you, different color, different skin, different ethnicity, different religion, different background, different nationality, habits, behaviors, all that stuff, which in another lifetime I might have become. But hey, guess what? I have a perfect reference point. This is also in the phenomenon of manifestation. It's called my body. My body's the reference point for the tangle of the mess of the mind. That is me. So relax.